Alright, hello. That turned up my sound. That's stupid. Hello and welcome. So, we've been playing Our Life Beginnings and Always. You might recognize some of these people. I constantly moan and complain about that game because the creators made some other games before they made it. A game called XOXO Droplets, which is another kind of, I guess, romance type game where you are a person attending a boarding school and you're in a club for misguided youths or some such. These are our misguided youths. You may recognize this man with the hat back here who we really don't like, Mr. Shiloh Fields, and also Mr. Green-haired Grumpy Pants, Mr. Jeremy King. But we also have plenty of other people who I only kind of know. There's Bay and Everett, and Nate, Pran, and boy, I don't remember the last guy's name. I did know. We'll find out. This is a game that they made that's a spin-off of XOXO Droplets called XOXO Blood Droplets. It's a horror game, as you might be able to tell from all the blood and the fact that some of the characters look rather mischievous. Oh, you know, I think the last character might be the main character, actually. That might be who we're supposed to be. Anyway. Yeah. You can only romance a few people in this. I can romance Bay, Everett, and Jeremy. I can't romance Shiloh, but who would... Honestly. Also, what's with Shiloh's head here? It's bigger than everyone else's head. I mean, not that I don't think that way about Shiloh, but anyway, we're gonna find out what happens in this. I know nothing about this. Know barely anything about these characters. I just know that there's blood. Also, it has voice acting cast, so I think it has some voice acting, including someone you might recognize from the Amazing Digital Circus. Warning, XOXO Blood Droplets is often very silly, but horror elements are regularly present. It includes strong cursing, violence in many varieties, death play, exaggerated personalities, disturbing behavior, and more. This game is recommended for those who are 18 years and older. So yeah, thank you for heeding this warning if you're watching this. Recommended for 18 years and older. This may not be appropriate for young children, so bear that in mind as you watch it. Let's go. Okay, we are this person. Choose the first name for the main character. Ah. What do we want to be? Wow, that's weird. I was thinking... Nah, I don't know. I have to think. I didn't have a very good idea here. I have a character in mind for Our Life too, but, who do we want to be in XOXO Droplets? Ah. I like names. Let's do a little Silent Hill. Let's be Heather. Do you want to watch the prologue? Of course we want to watch the prologue. Let's watch the prologue. Yes. Hey, here we are. I'm starting my junior year in high school, and that means it's time to get to work on filling out a new diary. Oh boy. Someone's gonna want to make a biography about me eventually, so I gotta make sure they'll have the material they need. This year is especially important because I finally convinced my parents to let me attend a boarding school. All I had to do was get myself thrown out of all the public schools they sent me to. It's called St. Cerebella, or SSB. I knew as soon as I arrived at the gate that living here was gonna be amazing. Also, happy Summerween, everyone. A little late, but... First couple days in this joint and things are already working exactly as well as I figured they would be. Basically, everyone wants to be my friend. The only ones that truly stand out are... Yeah, this is my somewhat late Summerween entry this year, because we were still finishing up. Lynn, the school nurse who goes by his last name. It's a damn shame he's faculty and off the table in terms of dating. Elisa Rosales, she used to be my neighbor until she also got sent off to boarding school. Small world. She looks like a lion. And Missy Smith, some random cheerleader bitch. She's pretty cool. They're still not really that important, though. Now things are getting good. In order to create a harmonious living community, SSB has these required after-school group activities with goofy bonding exercises and such. Mine is extra special. It's the group for the most abysmally awful students around, the kind of people who were so unwanted by all the normal groups that they had to invent this new one. I like that this auto plays. I'm certainly not going to complain about that placement considering who my group mates are. There's... Here we go, we'll get all their names now. Fran Taylor, a hateful rock. Jeremy King, misery incarnate. Babe Pune, a smug prick. Shiloh Fields, fakey McStalker. Oh boy. Nate Lawson, an over-emotional perfectionist. And Everett Gray, a dickish hipster guy. Ha! They are such jerks and so much fun. Plus it turns out that Lynn is the supervisor. Oh, Nurse Lynn is the supervisor. Oh, good. I've noticed that besides these group douches, there are also a lot of lovely and charming normal guys running around the school. You got a lot of good color work here, Heather. Well, there used to be. For some reason, people like that just keep transferring out or totally disappearing, or winding up dead. How mysterious. I surely have no idea what could be going on there. But anyways, as I was explaining, this is a great place. Just amazing. Ellipses. Hey! It's hard to keep up with everything that happens around here. Time is flying by. I've cemented myself in the dumb social society of this school. We've had a bunch more meetings. I turned 17, and the group even got to go on an overnight field trip together. These are probably things that happened in, XOXO Droplets. We'll see. We'll find out. And also... I'm in love. Yes, I cannot deny it. One of my ridiculous group mates has truly wormed his way into my heart. I just want to see him all the time. So who do we want to date is the question. I don't know. The world is such a beautiful place. Why is life so unfair? I like him and I know he likes me, but we've never been able to get together. This has a bunch of endings, too. Why do all those other assholes have to ruin everything? I want to end it all! It's Friday and there's another meeting. Well... Seriously though, I'm done missing my chances. Enough is enough. I will get what's mine this weekend, even if it's the last thing I do. Welcome to XOXO Blood Droplets. We've got a mini tutorial before the game continues. I think I have to actually maybe skip through this myself. Oh no, this is the non-commercial build. It includes a prologue and 3 separate storylines. Later on, a commercial DLC will be released that includes 9 stories you can branch off into. Pause that for a second. I tried to find the commercial DLC for this. I could not. I don't think it was ever released. Like, I looked on Steam. I got this on itch. You can buy this on itch. You can well, you don't have to buy it. You can get it for free if you want. I threw a couple bucks at him because I love GB Patch. I will include the itch link down below so that you can check that out. But it is also available on Steam and it's free. I don't think the Steam release is any better than this version. If anybody knows different, let me know. But I was looking to see if there was the DLC commercial DLC for this that had these extra stories. Maybe if I checked into the Steam release. You know, that's what I didn't do. I'll check after this, and if there is such a thing, maybe I'll start over. Because I would like to do that. But, for now, we're just going to try this. So, anyway. Some of these characters you meet at the beginning of the game only really come into play during those 9 additional stories. Yeah. We might be good with just this for now, though. And there are a few characters who don't appear at all in the base version. They just show up in the DLC. You can see their names listed in the VA cast list. Yeah, there's a pretty good, significant VA cast list. I'm interested to see if it's just going to be noises like Our Life, or if it's going to be... Partial voice acting will be added to the free build of the game at some same time the DLC releases. It isn't currently in the game. Oh, there's no voice acting. Ah! As a visual novel, XOBD is pretty straightforward to play. You get to read the stories and then choose the options you prefer as choices come along. Though there are a few gameplay elements that require a bit of explanation. Yeah, this is the thing I know about XOXO Blood Droplets is there's more than just visual novel. In most scenes, a button will be situated in the upper left corner. That means a character bio screen. You can look up a character there to go over some notable qualities. You can also go over the guys' opinions of the other dudes around, plus the MC. Generally, the boys do not get along, but there are some exceptions. Well, we know Jeremy and Pran are best friends. We were told this. You can also use the bio page to check on the current affection level of the MC. Huh. In XOXO Blood Droplets, the MC starts out liking your guy of choice as much as she possibly can. As the events unfold, you get to decide if she continues to feel that way or if she begins to tire of his ridiculousness. Oh boy. There are 3 levels. Love is used as it uses a heart icon and is starting point. Unsure uses ellipses, and done. It requires a red X icon. Done. It isn't possible to go straight from love to done. You'll need to spend at least some time at unsure first. In most cases, you can't go back up to love after deciding to be unsure. This actually sounds more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Interesting. While playing, you might end up having a thought bubble appear in the upper right corner. That's an indicator letting you know what's about to happen and is tied to the affection of the MC. If you make the same story choices to reach the same scene while having a different affection level, then the event will play out differently. Brand new choice options may become available. So classic, this is pretty normal. I actually might like this a lot. I might like this more. Some of the affection indicators show 2 icons inside the bubble. That means the same scene happens with either of those affection levels. If you want something new, you'd have to visit that scene with the one affection level that's not shown. In the game, you'll know if you're making a choice that changes affection level or not, if it's a story choice by the color of the choice buttons. Okay. So there's the colors that are actually going to matter here, and it won't be... If the buttons each have a light pink heart on them, it's a story choice. If the hearts are red instead, it's an affection level choice. Okay. Hey, colors that matter, unlike Our Life's blue, green, and yellow. Changing the affection level usually doesn't influence the event you're currently in. The impact happens further down the road. I like the idea that this is a dating game, though. More than I might... Normal story choices can immediately cause a big change, or that they can seemingly do nothing at first only to come into play later. Like, Our Life is more of just a novel, right? When a choice menu does appear, the game makes an automatic save for you. You're always dating Cove, or I guess you can also date Jeremy, or... not Jeremy. You can always return to the last choice you saw by clicking the button in the text box with an A and up arrow. You can do Derek or Baxter, that's what I was trying to say. I always think Baxter is in this group, but he's not. An automatic save isn't made when you're choosing where you're to go on the map screen. It's recommended to make a save of your own at these junctions. Yeah, I like to make saves. I learned to do that. The map screen is a top-down view of the school with different points of interest you can visit. The bottom right corner has a box with your current objective written inside. So this is a little bit Monster Prom, too. Sometimes the place you will go will move the story forward, sometimes it will lead to your demise, and sometimes nothing happens. It will lead to your demise. Nice. Lastly, XOXO Blood Droplets has a few hotkey shortcuts you can use. I like how it just casually says that. T opens the text history. H hides the text box. There are user interface assets that are on the screen. Art pieces will still be visible. S takes a screenshot. A opens the accessibility options of the game engine. RenP has the settings that be changed to XOBD will keep working. The game engine RenP has. And if the text size or line spacing increase significantly, the words will start to be cut off. F turns full screen mode on/off. V turns an electronic voicing system on/off. Tab and Control both skip the text you've gotten already. You can go to the settings screen to change it so all text is skipped, even parts you haven't seen. Wow. I'm gonna forget all this immediately. Can I hide stuff with H like I could in the other one? Page up rolls back to the prior line. Yeah, okay. Delete can be used in the save load screen to remove unwanted save keys, but files by putting the cursor over the slot and hitting the key. Can I do H to hide the text box at any time? Because that was the other one. Thank you so much for the play of my game. Okay, gang, I'm here. Let's get this thing started. Okay, so she's in it. Why are you showing up now? Were you doing something? Not really. If you say so. Is this any way to greet a person with suspicion? It's Jeremy, what do you expect? Thank you so much for gracing with your presence, Muffin. That's better. Heather, hi! It's nice to see you! Fuck you! You'll get a greeting when you're here at the time when we're supposed to be gathering. You missed that. Hey. Things don't start just because you've arrived. Yeah, they kinda do. Heather has a point. She's always late, so every time we're left waiting on her before we can begin these vile meetings. She's not always late. Heather tries her best. Shut up, Shiloh. Shut up, Shiloh. Actually, dears, he's right, you're wrong. Franny was late to a meeting once, and another time he and Jeremy were late together. I like Bay. I'm not wrong. You don't think I don't remember those times? I remember. That was an intentional exaggeration. So true. Are you the fucking hyperbole police? No, he's a guy who wanted to and succeeded in riling Nate up. Also, I'm surprised you know that word. I'm not riled up. Oopsies. Wow, this is going to be a great meeting of the Unofficial Unfriendable Society, I can tell. Someday I might actually play the real game. Haha, what a fun name, it's so catchy. It's shit. It also isn't exactly true. No one here is completely unfriendable. You're still telling yourself that lie? Okay, let's pause for a second. Nurse Lynn is the character who I mentioned earlier, Amazing Digital Circus. Nurse Lynn, in the voice-acted version, is supposedly voiced by Michael Kovacs, the voice of Jax. I really want to see that. I really want to know that. I want to know. I have to know if there. I'm gonna check and see if there's a full version of this, because they talk about it like it exists, right? And I don't feel like GB Patch would have let us down. So maybe the Steam version is the full version. Maybe I should have just played it on Steam. I'll find out. If it never existed, I'll be sad. I don't know much about this, if it's very long or not. The Itch.io said it was really short. The regular game is about clearly getting it, starting at nothing and meeting all these people, but here we're jumping right into the middle and they're all gonna be, psycho killers or something, so... Anyway. Yes, we've been having these meetings because the school hopes we can all get along, and that hasn't changed. Now let's start things off right. Do you have something planned this time, or do you have no ideas like usual? That's... Excuse me. Ah, hello, officer. Officer's correct. Are you Nurse Lynn? I need to have a word with you for a moment. Is it urgent? Very. Alright, well, I'll be back, and I expect you all to still be here when I return. Don't worry, Lynn, I've got my eyes on these guys, if you know what I mean. Good. See you in a moment. I appreciate the cooperation. If I hit this, does it stop doing it? This is so scary. I hope no one is in trouble. Okay, so yeah, I had it on autoplay mode. That's why it was doing it. I can advance it myself now, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna advance it myself because it goes pretty fast and I was having a hard time keeping up. Calm down. St. Cerebella is increasing in security some because of all the issues they've been having recently. She's probably informing him of a new policy. So I wanted to, like... Can I also H? I can also H to get this. God, I hate Shiloh. I mean, this is very... He's got the... So the interesting thing is when they had adult Shiloh on Our Life, he didn't have the complexion issues anymore. But I digress. Also, this is the thing where I can see bios. Okay. Here we go. Myself. I'm pretty much as good as it gets. This page is used for showing the affection level of the MP's and MC. Noticeable traits: beautiful, desirable, funny, confident, just amazing, humble, insufferable. I wonder if this character is always like this in the regular game, or if this is just for this thing. I'm guessing you can probably pick your traits a little bit better if it's the actual game. I've got Jeremy King. Jeremy is King Buzzkill at this school. If anyone is having too good of a time, this one will be right there to remind them of how futile existence is. Overall, he's a pushover, but something he can't brush off is his obsession with cleanliness. Things that are pure in Jeremy's eyes need to be protected over the revolting germs forms known as other people. This sad sack also used to be highly volatile. This trait may not have completely faded. So, he also got punched in the face by someone once. Whiny, insomniac, nihilist, adaptable, smartass, handy, perceptive. He is awful with Everett, Bay difficult, Pran's his best friend, me clean and pure, Shiloh difficult, Nate whatever. Bay Piyun. He's literally some kind of demon, being in the sun saps Bay of energy, causing him to act ungodly lazy during the day. That plus his immovable ego makes it hard to imagine how or why he'd kill someone. So weirdly, the Monster Man, who's hated by pretty much everybody, seems like the safest group mate. That impression is wrong. Bay's inhumanness gives him the option to kill anyone at any time. The thread stopping him from doing so is thin. He's not nigh unkillable, always amused, very mature, prissy, loves puns, collects souls, sarcastic and patronizing. Immaturely charming, question mark, Shiloh, a friend, question mark. Immaturely charming, a precious posy. Friend. Everett Gray, a rude hipster boy who can go from 1 to 100 in a literal second. There's always a risk of him suddenly lashing out, and for Everett to be fully content, people have to go out of their way to appease him. He's certainly not opposed to returning the favor to those he's fond of, though. Everett is considered popular and has come to expect people to side with him by default. It won't be pretty if someone goes against that assumption. The mama's boy, affectionate, vain and shallow, unmotivated, foul-mouthed, unique, indecisive, and contrary. Okay, I have a better idea for a voice for Everett now. Nate's his number one guy. Shiloh's annoying, Bay's annoying. Jeremy is fucking garbage. Pran, hate him. Me, not bad at all. Pran is a pain. Getting this rock man to do what he's supposed to do is infuriatingly difficult. So I don't see the eyebrows thing. Jeremy talks about or is it Shiloh that talked about the fuzzy caterpillar eyebrows. I guess he just has big eyebrows, kind of. They're thick lines. This is not what I pictured Pran looking like, if I'll be honest, from the way Jeremy described him. Rules, laws, desperate begging all have no sway on this cold rebel. He somehow hates everything, including himself, while simultaneously retreating indifferently to it. Pran thinks humans are inherently evil. They're deserving of everything awful that comes to them, and even more unfortunately, the only thing he gets a kick out of is the suffering of others. So this man is supposed to be in Our Life too, so I'm really interested to see what he's like in that. Loner, unforgiving, hard to find, thief, possessive, creative, very strong. Oh boy! Everett hate him, Nate hate him, Shiloh hate him, Bay hate him, Jeremy best friend, me one of my things. Man, this guy. I'm interested in Pran. Of all of them, I'm interested in Pran the most. Nate Lawson. Lawson, I get it. Nate is the school's biggest star in academics and athletics. He's also assumed to be the best behaved. Faculty trust him so completely that he's allowed to enforce rules on our students. He will not hesitate to bring down judgment. Sometimes that means detention, sometimes execution. While he insists that most people leave him alone to focus on his endless list of tasks, Nate is desperate to keep a few people he's friends with, though they can't get too close. Overly emotional, perfectionist, uptight, anxious, rule-obsessed, fears close, high standards, scarily competitive. Everett's his best friend, Shiloh's a nuisance, Bay's of the devil, Jeremy's ambivalent, Pran is a nuisance, and me terrifying and captivating. Bay of the devil. I also like Bay. I'm also pretty interested in Bay, I'll be honest. Shiloh is a stalker with multi-layer manipulation game. He acts like a good little boy and does as he's told, as long as it somehow aids in reaching his greater purpose. Shiloh has no fighting skills or even a normal weapon, but his ability to ruin or end lives with words alone cannot be understated. He knows most everything about everyone, while others have no idea what his true intentions are. You can make use of Shiloh, but be careful what you wish for. Optimistic, suck-up, backstabber, underestimated, disingenuous, snitch, calculating. Yes, Shiloh is horrible. Everett mean, Nate mean, Bay my friend mean, Jeremy okay, Pran bad guy me the best. Yeah. I'm glad people don't like Shiloh, because you should never trust Shiloh Fields. We've learned this. Okay, let's actually continue the game, should we? We've learned to never trust Shiloh Fields just in a short time. Anyway. Now I repeat, people need to get their acts together. I'm glad. Whatevs, since fucking Angel Man is gone, let's have a topic actually worth talking about for once. Like what? I have ideas here. Like, who at this school deserves to die? Ooh, here we go. Oh! I have an answer for that. All of them. Nah, anyway, everyone was dead. Who would you get to do favors for you? No longer being alive would be the greatest favor they could ever give. Yeah, so this is exactly what I've always thought of Shiloh Fields. So these are obviously twisted versions of them. This isn't how they would really be in the real game, I hope. I'm sick of looking at their faces. Present company excluded. Well, I guess I can kind of see where you're coming from. No one ever behaves the way they should. It's so frustrating! Yeah, I can think of a few people with faces I could really use a good bat against them. Aspen, for one. Annoying blue-haired jackass. Tisk, tisk, how violent, Cookie. Don't pretend you're like you're above it. I won't. Instead of pretending, I'll actually be above it. Amazing. I know. More like impossible. How can anyone go to a school and not find at least one person they want to see dead? Yes, there are occasionally practical reasons to end a life. But that is not what you're talking about, nor is that something I'll likely have to engage in. Besides, nothing that happens here is my problem, so it's easy not to be such a sensitive soul like the rest of you. Ah, how sweet, babe. Right, and what are you gonna do once you're out of high school? What happens in this world still won't be of my concern. You have to live in this world too, you know. It's your and everyone's responsibility to make it as good as it can be. If anyone's gonna do that, then if anyone's not going to do that, then they could get out. I am going to get out in not too long a time. You're gonna kill yourself soon? With happy news. I'm very sorry, but that's not what I had in mind. What else could you possibly mean by that? Don't tell me your frail, pathetic self was planning on becoming an astronaut. Maybe he thinks the fantasy world he's constructing in his head counts as being somewhere other than on this earth. I like Jeremy's little braids in this. I like this version of Jeremy. Come now, duckies. Of course I'm referring to how I'm not human. I do intend to go back to where the monsters like me are from eventually. Oh, wow. Oh, fine. I didn't realize that was an option for you. Why not give a fuck? We got this lame answer. You're a part of the conversation now, Jeremy, so talk. Sigh. It's all pointless. No one springs to mind right now as being worth it. Except you, Everett. I'm literally shocked. What a boring choice. But I definitely feel the same about you. It looks like we have one thing in common. Ah, yeah, we both need to want you dead for us to have that in common. Technically, the two of us both wanting the same person dead is a loose connection. But that's not what you were aiming for there. Sigh. If this world wasn't such a miserable place, humans as dumb as you would have died on their own already, and I wouldn't have to deal with them. Fuck you, you ugly bitch. This world's miserable because of the miserable people. And we all know who's king of that. Lovely pun, Dumpling. And I suppose this means Franny is next. Oopsies. Is there anyone you think should die? You don't have to say mine to say who, just yes or no. If you can even handle that much. I'm sure even you can handle that much. God! Yes. Fascinating. Thank you for sharing. Fran shared something? That's excellent. Welcome back, Lynn. Thank you. I'm sorry for the wait. Let's not waste any more time. Could everyone please take a seat on one of the back tables? No problem. Excuse me, Heather. How were they when I was gone? They were just perfect. Wonderful. Sigh, another meeting over. So sad. Excuse me, Heather. Need something, officer? You? No. Do you need me? What? Don't worry about it. Here, put my number in your phone so you don't lose it. My name is Gersey. If you notice anything strange or feel unsafe, give me a call. Thanks, Gersey. I'll be keeping that in mind. And I'll be keeping special track of that group you're in. Take care. Same. Well, great. As if I didn't have enough things in my way of me and my babe. Now I gotta deal with the coppers breathing down my neck. Guess I better play it safe and not talk to him while she's hanging around. Boo. At least my school shopping for the week is all taken care of. I'm such a pro at this whole time management thing. We go to Joe's and the bank. So I like the backgrounds in this. It's simple, it's easy. I want to play this. This makes me want to play XOXO Droplets. It's stupid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. Are you talking to me? Yes, and hi. How in the world have I been living here for almost a year and not seen you once around? This rose vest is crazy. Hey, I don't know how to respond to that. With your name, obviously, I'm Heather. Chand. Oh, this is Chand. Chand is the older brother of Kala, who we met in our life. Yeah, she mentioned him too. I keep thinking it's just Chad, right? But it's Chand. Gorgeous. I would not mind getting better acquainted with you, Chand. I would not mind getting better acquainted with you, Chand. That's a hard no, but thanks. Why not? I know who you are. So, like, I wonder if he's one of the people that would show up in the DLC, if we had the DLC. Seriously? I've got quite the reputation, but it's actually extended beyond that boarding school? I'm a friend of a friend, you could say. Still, that means someone's been blabbing on me behind my back. And I'm good with that. The more people who know me, the better. Yeah, they clearly weren't exaggerating about your quirks.
True, it's hard to overstate any of my qualities.
Okay, right, I'm gonna be leaving now.
Fine, go ahead. I've already found my future boyfriend anyway.
Damn, I wish you all the luck in the world, considering your taste. You're gonna need it.
Thanks a bunch, though. I don't need your luck.
I bet.
Jeez, Chan, he'll see. Alright, already. Enough time wasted. Let's find my man. Now, should I try calling or just send a text?
Heather? Oh, Christ. It's Charlo. God. Why do you look like you came out of the 1920s? I despise you.
Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Haha, Shiloh, what a surprise.
Yeah, you weren't around after the meeting, so I was really happy to ran into you here. I guess I get a little carried away.
It's fine, it's fine.
Thanks for understanding. You're the best.
I do what I can.
And I appreciate it. What are y'all doing now? Are you free?
I'm kind of busy, honestly.
With what? I can help you.
You just pointed out that you don't even know what it is.
I don't mind.
That's swell, Shiloh, but it's a one-person job, though.
Then I'll do it, and you can take a break. You deserve it, Heather.
I think you deserve a break more than me. Seriously, instead of following me around looking for a chance to do me a favor, how about you take a nap?
You're so nice. I'm okay, really.
I'm okay, too. I'm able to do stuff on my own.
Sorry. I didn't mean to imply you weren't capable of taking care of yourself. You definitely can. I just want to be of use to you in some small way.
Well, you think about how you frame things. Now I need to go.
Okay, I understand. If you change your mind, let me know.
Sure.
What the? My phone is gone.
I must have dropped it when I got surprised and Shiloh took it. I'm sure that little fact didn't slip past Shiloh. Knowing him, that's why he jumped out at me. Why he jumped out at me in the first place. At least if it has a password, so he shouldn't be able to get into it. Damn it, he needs to get a life. I still better be able to find my boy. There's no time to lose. Choose your guy.
Should we leave off here?
I think we could possibly leave off here. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, here's where I can turn down things a little bit. Okay, so I think the idea that we really want here, we're going to save. Same kind of save slots they usually have. Yeah, we had to figure it out. I'm going to see if I can find the, I'm going to see if I can find out if this had a DLC with the voice-acted version. If I can get that, I'm going to get that. But this is a little taste of XOXO Blood Droplets. Hope you're enjoying. We're going to see you next time when we actually get into it. Also, if you want to, wait, choose your guy isn't an option yet. If you want to recommend who we should date, let me know in the comments, or if you know me and you're watching this, let me know who you think we should date. I'm kind of leaning towards Bae because Bae is absolutely like creepy AF and I love it. But let me know. We'll see you next time.